They're really trying to secure this win, huh? Fuck.
Oh.
No, it's always me. It's always me. It's always me, man.
Hey everybody, Shizog here, and welcome back to another video in the Breaking the Deadlock video series, where we go over MOBA topics at a high level and talk about concepts in the game and how to get better at MOBAs in general. So in this video, I had the opportunity to queue into Shroud twice in a row and his 6-stack, and in that queue was Shroud, Synced Easy, and also Vegas, a recent winner of the Downtown Showdown tournament for Deadlock. So these were two pretty tough games. The two games I played twice in a row, back-to-back wins against them, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. So I figured I'd throw together a compilation of the mid-game and talk about some of the decisions that we were making together as a team fighting, and walk you through my mindset on how to take fights and how I play the map in the mid to late game, and how to convert team fights into objectives and really close out a game of Deadlock. As you can see, the early game wasn't going too great for us, so this is going to be really focusing on the mid game and how we convert a bad early game into a successful mid to late game. Hopefully stick around to learn some of those lessons, and then also there's a bonus clip at the end of Shroud flaming me from the first game. It's pretty funny, so stick around for it. Alright, let's take a look at the mid to late game. So here we are 17 minutes later. I'm 2-5, my game isn't going too great. We are down on souls, we're down 10k at 17 minutes, we're not in a really good position right now. Game's feeling pretty rough. So my job in this game right now is I think that I need to be bringing my Dynamo into Black Hole. I think I need to be positioning him so that he can get into fights really easily and get in the zone and go fight there. So that's what I'm doing here. We're taking this fight around Dynamo's Black Hole, and we're trying to make sure to get some picks before we try to go to the larger fight. But as you're going to see, this kind of falls apart going forward. We got our 3 picks, but none of them were on the strongest hero on the other team. Vegas here has 19k souls. He recently picked up a leech. So he is going to go a little crazy here. He's going to stay alive for way too long. We let him live, and he was able to heal up off of this flame dash, off of just basically shooting us. And because he was able to sustain through that fight, this was terrible for us. It was a huge loss, and we really needed to hit the drawing board on what we could do next. So he cleans us up here, and it wasn't great. So when I'm dead in times like this, I try to get an understanding of what's going on in the game. I take a look at the net worths of both teams. I kind of get an understanding that, okay, Sapphire's in the lead with 96k souls, and we have 88, and we are not in a position to really make the calls here, unless we have our spells. I also take a look at our abilities. So Dynamo, his Singularity is our bread and butter for this game. We're going to have to play around him and his jump and make sure that we can have something going on well for us. So yet again, looking at my perspective, I'm respawning and I'm trying to get our lanes fixed. If you watch the other videos in the Breaking the Deadlock series, we're prioritizing lane farm over anything else, and we're trying to keep our walkers alive. That's something really core to this idea. And if you notice, we're kind of tempting a fight down here. There's a lot of heroes in this bottom left-hand corner. We don't have our Dynamo Singularity. It is not up. We are not fighting. It's simple as that. We need that spell to be up for us to take a good fight. We're down on souls. We're not winning a straight-up brawl without any kind of swing in our field, so we're avoiding that right now. And you might be wondering, like, what am I doing? I'm kind of staring at the ground, running between lanes. I'm trying to keep the lanes pushed out, and I'm also trying to scout a little bit. As Ivy, you have that escape. You have your stone form. You can kind of get out of sticky situations sometimes, so I'm trying to keep waves shoved out while we're waiting and stalling for that Dynamo ult to come back up. So as well, I'm trying to get an idea of where they are on the map, so I'm trying to peer down that lane, get sight lines, and try to figure out what's going on. So once we killed enough time and our Dynamo has Black Hole yet again, we can start looking for a fight again. We can start to engage, and we also know that the Infernus isn't here right now. Yet again, we said that was the strongest person on their team. We can reconfirm that by looking up at the souls. This is something I do all the time, is I'll look up here and I'll confirm and I'll see, like, who is the strongest in the game. You can hold tab as well, and you can see, okay, 8 and 2, that guy's strong. I should also keep an eye out for Wraith and for Pocket. These are their, like, strong guys. Like, don't want to fight into them. It's going to be dangerous. So, and it's also good to kind of have an idea on your team of who has what and who's feeling strong. So Mo and Krill is having a good game right now. He's 9-4. It's good to play around him as well. And you notice, as I'm kind of sitting around here, I'm farming up this camp while waiting for a fight to happen. I kind of like will idly sit in the wing, ready for something to happen, staying near my dynamo so I can like deliver the payload basically to the other team, you know, drop the bomb on them. So I'm staying near where a fight's going to break out in some scenarios, but I'm farming at the same time. I'm kind of like hitting things and not just standing around. That you want to be accomplishing something at the same time. So this is a huge moment for us. There's an Infernus all on his own on the opposite side of the map. He is totally split from the rest of his team. This is an amazing, and I'm keeping an eye on that map, and I'm looking for these opportunities to show up, and I'm trying to bring this dynamo in to drop the black hole on them and get this win. But it was a little bit too obvious. They were able to read it quite easily. So we end up bailing out, and it doesn't work out. Mo and Krill's kind of scouting, he's getting vision, but still, I'm looking at the map in these scenarios. I'm watching what this guy's doing, and I'm calming to my team. I'm opening my mic and I'm saying, "Hey guys, Infernus isn't here. It's a good fight. Like, we should really be taking this." And we're gonna watch from the perspective of this dynamo. He hits an awesome black hole here, and the reason that this is a good fight is because we have our 6 heroes here. And they have 5, and their strongest guy is nowhere to be seen right now. He's hitting a walker, he's farming a wave. He should really be here, or his team shouldn't be fighting. And that allows us to hit this 4-man black hole, and then we end up team wiping them, nearly team wiping them here, and we get all the kills, and things are good. This is additionally a good place for us to be taking a fight in this kind of like box near the mid-boss area. It allows us to really easily convert a good team fight into an objective such as mid-bossing. We can get that rejuvenator, it can respawn us in a little bit, and that is a huge objective for us. So in this game, we would have never really wanted to fight over here anyway. It was never really good for us. We wanted to either fight near these walkers so that we could convert a good team fight into an objective, or we want to be able to fight near mid-boss. So as this is getting low, we're kind of realizing that, okay, Infernus has his ult. This is a really easy way that he could steal this rejuvenator and turn the game for them. So we're calling to the Haze. We're saying, Haze, can you get up there? Can you go and look for a sleep dagger? And Haze obviously knew this too. Haze is a good player. Haze is looking for this Infernus, waiting it out, waiting for the rejuvenator to drop, and then hits the sleep and successfully delays this go from the Infernus so that he can't steal the rejuvenator. We end up getting it. He tries to fight it out, but there's not much he can really do in this fight. It's 1 versus literally 6. He's a dead man, and what this also does for us is it resets this timer. So we have 37 seconds without the strongest hero on their team. We all have rejuvenator. We're trying to convert into objectives. We're trying to get walkers. We're trying to get player kills and offset and stagger those respawn timers so that they can't really ever take a 6-on-6 fight. So we are in the driver's seat now. We have the soul lead because of these good fights, because we took them intelligently with Dynamo ult, and now we have the rejuvenator, and we're the ones putting the pressure on the map. So this looks like a little bit of an overextension from the pocket, but it's a pocket. He can kind of like cape backwards and be fine. But then also we are saying, okay, we don't have Dynamo black hole. Infernus has just respawned. Let's chill the fuck out. Like let's get out of here. Let's go farm our camps. And maybe at the same time try to keep, we're going to try to eat all the farm on the map and stay alive in this scenario. Pocket overextends here, so it looks like a good opportunity for a kill. We kind of stick around. Might not be the best of plays, but it seems to work out, so we do that. Mo and Krill's able to hit a good ult on him, and we get the kill. It goes well. So now Infernus is coming in, he's ulting. We don't want to fight this guy. He's so strong. We're missing our black hole. We're missing Mo and Krill ult. We can't lock this guy down. He's going to mop our team. We've seen it happen before. We're going to be careful about this. We're keeping good note of who's the strongest on their team. We're looking at the souls up at the top. We're identifying our targets in between fights, and we're recognizing who we need to kill and who we need to be careful for. So look at this as well. They're splitting up again. There's 4 up here, and then an Infernus alone on his own. So I kind of go into this mindset of, okay, Dynamo holds back up, let's go hunt. So I'm immediately on the mindset, I'm hunting, I see the Infernus over here, and I'm looking for him. I'm trying to see if there's anyone rotating towards him. I see him, I ping him, I open my mic up and I say, team, let's go kill Infernus. He's alone right now, go, 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 it's time. I'm able to hit a stun on him, delays him, he can't flame dash away. Mo and Krill's on it, he is in the same mindset as me, and combos him, allowing me to just set up a headshot on him and wipe him out. Yet again, awesome time to team fight. We have Rejuvenator on all these heroes. It doesn't matter the souls on them because we have killed the strongest component of their team. We have our ult to end up black holing the team. Everything's going well. We're playing around our cooldowns, we're playing around death timers, and we're forcing objectives when we can. Because we're taking this good team fight, we're able to get 2 sets of mid guardians. So we're continuing to take fights and then converting good fights into objectives. We don't just say, okay, we killed them all, and then just like sit around and like hit neutrals. We take a good fight and we convert it into objectives immediately. It's always what you need to do if the opportunity presents itself. So Furnace is here, he's respawning, 28 seconds, no black hole. What are we doing? We're getting out. We're getting the hell out of there. We have no rejuvenator anymore. We're getting out. When there's strong guys up, you don't want to fight. You wanna separate that gap. You want to reset, get your cooldowns back up, and take the intelligent fights. There's no reason to force a fight that's going to be subpar for you because you don't have your spells, and it also gives you an opportunity to have this respite and go spend your souls. So we just saw McGinnis bought this soul rebirth, and I was able to buy another item too. McGinnis is getting a little overzealous. It's just like, hey, let's fight. Like we're winning. Like let's keep pushing the advantage. Like why not keep going? And of course I'm here. I'm like, why not? This is kind of a throw. Like this doesn't feel good. We're not playing around our cooldowns right now. We don't have rejuvenator. Everyone's up on their team. We are scattered. If you look at the map, like we are not all together. But luckily things work out. McGinnis goes down. Dynamo's waiting in the wing. Sets up a nice black hole. Baits, very good. Catches the Infernus in this fight, right? Infernus is caught in that black hole. It's starting to be a good fight. He doesn't go down immediately, but if we have Armo and Krill nearby, he's on the gun, he's ready to go for it, and the fight's kind of playing itself out. So he knows his target. It is the top net worth hero. Every time, top net worth hero. If he can lock that guy down, that's less damage the other team is going to be able to do, and it lets us convert this fight into something good. Yet again, one team fight, they're on death timers. We're going to try to go for more. We're going to try to offset those death timers. This Great Talon was able to die because the team was dead, and then that means he's going to be dead longer than his team, making it a 6v5 in the future. And we're also converting that fight into objectives. So it was good for us to take the fight outside their steps, outside their base walls, because we can convert that into shrines, and then we can also additionally get a shell off the patron. We can get it to its second stage. And then what we can do after that is I'm looking at the Infernus's respawn timer, and I'm saying, guys, Infernus is up in 5 seconds. Get the fuck out of there right now, because he's coming, and that's their strong guy. We don't want to fight him. And honestly, at this point, we probably could have, but I think we're trying to play the safe game. We've kind of cracked the code on what's working for us, and we're playing it safe. We're gonna take the win. Yet again, it also gives us a nice respite to go buy items. I had 7,000 souls. McGinnis was rich as too. Like everyone's rich. We're all trying to split up and get our items. If you reset the fight, you can go into it stronger next time and not have all that net worth built up in your backpack. So we're kind of killing time, waiting for Dynamo's black hole to come back up. Additionally, in this moment, we're also trying to keep the pressure in like a line so that they are shoved onto one corner of the map. It allows us to kind of control the farm that's going on over here, and it lets us kind of control the income of their team. So this fight's getting a little overzealous again. Yet again, we don't have our singularity, and Dynamo isn't quite there, so it's kind of a sus fight to be going for, but luckily, our Paradox is able to hit an awesome swap onto Shroud, and gets him out of position, gets us a pick, gets us that entry into the rest of the game, and although he goes down for this, or looks like he goes down for it, yeah, it allows us to pick 2, and then the game falls apart for there. Once it's a 4v6, the game, or 4v5, we have the net worth lead, the game falls apart for them. Dynamo hits a hole on 2 people, allows us to get kills, and the game's essentially over at this point. So what can we reflect on from this? What we really focused on for this was taking fights in good locations that allows us to convert to objectives, whether it's the mid-boss or the walkers. And then on top of that, we played around killing the highest net worth hero and focusing them to make sure that we could operate in the fight more effectively. And then we also played around our 2 cooldowns that were essential for us. It was the Monocryl combo and especially the Dynamo Black Hole. And because of that, we were able to secure this victory, and yeah, it all worked out pretty nicely. So a quick comment also on team play and using microphones to communicate. I think it's important to recognize that you don't always need the microphones to figure out what to do. Like a lot of it is reading your teammates and what they're going to do and playing off of them using their spells. This Mo and Krill, although a great player, never used their microphone the entire game, and it was a lot of just having to read when he's going in and watching for his combos and playing off of that. A lot of it was kind of playing close to him and hugging him so that when he did combo, I could be there and swing in. Although I was queued with Dynamo, we were able to play together and combo our abilities together, and when he was able to trap people, I was able to headshot them, but that involves communication, but you don't always need it. It needs awareness and thought to recognize what your team's doing and what strengths they have. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that this taught you something about Deadlock. I hope that you learned a little bit about how to take good fights and what to be doing in the mid game to further your lead. And I want to know what else you guys would want to be covered in these videos. I'm trying to give more thought into the world of Deadlock, especially for people who haven't really played MOBAs before, where this is a super foreign concept. So thank you for everyone and all your support. It really means the world to see all the comments rolling in and positivity. So thank you very much, and I hope you tune in for the next Breaking the Deadlock video.
Bitch ass.
Find their trail.
Ugly.
End them.
Stupid.
I love that character.
Short.